Hi, everybody. This is Rolanda Sumner, the CEO and founder of Life After Service Transitional Coaching and the creator of Business Launch Prep School. And today I am really excited to have one of my current clients in an interview. She is Coach Jae Rene. She's part of the summer cohort and she is killing it. She's got a crazy good program. I want her to share her wins, her journey, but most of all, I want her to tell us how she is going to help her clients, millennials, get to their milestones and get those things that they really want in life. I'm just excited to have her on. She has great experience in coaching. She coaches on a regular basis, but this is her first program. And y'all better hop in. Y'all better hop in now. Because things are changing in 2022. Welcome, Jay.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes. I did not read her bio. I completely forgot because I'm so excited to have her here. So look in the narrative, look in the description. That's her bio. But her business is named Journey to Aha. Tell us about your business name.
Ooh, girl, that's a good one. So, actually, I had to pray, and that's the name that God gave me because
Okay.
for me, the aha in Journey to Aha has a dual meaning. So, of course, aha as in aha moments. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
big on self development and doing self work and really getting those deeper insights. And so I call those aha moments. Um, the AHA also stands for achieving higher alignment. And for me, that's all about being intentional about um, our habits and our mindset and the things that we do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to get us in position for what we say we desire.
Tell me about your journey to Aha.
Well, I'll try to keep it short. Um,
Mhm. Take your
Fun
time.
fact,
Take it.
in college, I actually was a biology pre-med major and figured out about a semester in that I did not want to be a doctor and that I was trying to make somebody else happy. But I was miserable. And so I remember coming across, she was a student mentor, but outside of the college, she was a life coach. And I remember having a conversation with her. We were in a Minsky's Pizza and, fork deep in some lasagna. But I remember her asking me some questions about why I was so unhappy. And, you know, just me telling her, hey, I don't feel like this is me. It doesn't feel right. Um, and so I was like, but I'm so scared because I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want to hear other people's opinions or mouths and them getting on me and telling me how disappointed they are. And so I remember her asking me, what if you gave yourself permission to listen to your own voice for a change? And I was like,
What?
oh wow. Like, that would be liberating. Don't tempt me. And then
Right?
she followed up and she's like, what is it costing you not to? And that was the question that really cemented it for me, that really did it for me. And I was just like, ooh, it's costing me peace of mind. It's costing me all this student loan money that I gotta pay back. I'm wasting money at this point because I am pursuing something that
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't want to do. So, and later on, I reflected on our conversation, and this is before I even knew what life coaching was, but I was like, that. I want to do that. She was able to get me to reframe something. A light bulb came on, and it was like, oh, why am I doing this again? So
Right.
that changed everything for me.
So, talk to me about your program. Talk to me about the steps that you're going to take your clients through. So, first of all, who is the ideal client for you? Who's the like who really could use this program?
Definitely women leaders, mompreneurs, women who are in charge, women who are probably in charge of everything. They're go-getters. They make boss moves. They probably are bosses or in some sort of leadership role. But more than that, they may just be in some way, shape, or form. They're needing clarity, direction. They don't know what's next. And they're really looking for change. How do I get on track to what it is I say I want? I didn't think I'd be here. I thought I'd be further in life. This isn't the career path I thought that I was going to follow. And so now they're just looking for some direction, some clarity, and things that they can do intentionally to get themselves on the right track to where they want to be.
So, what are some things they can do? Like for the woman who's sitting around and they're like, I don't want to wait to talk to you. I need to do something today. In addition to reaching out to you and learning how they can work with you, what can they do?
Ooh, that is a good one. So, one of my favorite things, and I tell people this all the time, is a current self versus ideal self sort of visual. It doesn't necessarily have to be visual. You can write it out. You can just keep it in your head. You can make a vision board. And it is you taking stock of who your ideal person is in graphic detail. And when I say graphic detail, I need you to know her characteristics. Is she bubbly? Is she confident? Is she sassy, feisty, the life of the party, humorous? What are her characteristics? What does she do for a living? Is she the boss? If she is the boss, do people like her as the boss? What's her attitude like as the boss? For what business? You know what I'm saying? What does her day-to-day life look like? Does she have a family? Where does she live?
What does she wear?
What's some of her favorite stories? You know, you want to go into as much detail as possible because what you're going to be doing is comparing that version of yourself to who you are now. What are the differences? Where's the overlap? And with the differences, sometimes you're able to pinpoint right off the bat, you know what? The difference is she's confident and I'm super, my self-esteem is not where I feel like it should be. And then you're digging deeper into that. Why? How can I change that? Do I have some sort of limiting belief about myself or my environment or my abilities that I need to address? Are my habits not on track? If I say I want to be the boss, but I'm showing up to work late, or I do the bare minimum at my job, or I don't like my company, how am I going to get to be the boss? So really just taking stock of that.
Let's talk about the limiting beliefs. Let's talk about some of the limiting beliefs that hold us back from being our better selves. I know one of mine was I wasn't smart enough or I wasn't good enough. All the reasons I wasn't good enough. And it really did hold me back from taking chances. Talk to me about some of the other limiting beliefs that your clients, because this isn't the first time you're coaching. You have clients through other means. What are the typical limiting beliefs that your clients experience?
A lot of it has to do with worthiness. I'm not worthy. And it may come across in different ways, like, oh, well, I don't have the skills, but you just told me you have a degree in this. How don't you have the skills? It's something in them saying that they're not worthy of this position or whatever it is that they're desiring.
They might behave unworthy.
Mm-hmm.
They might behave like they're not worthy because they feel like they're not worthy and that other people make them feel unworthy. So now they're behaving up to those expectations. So they're coming with a stank attitude and they're always angry. They perceive people, they think people believe that in them, so they act that way.
Mm-hmm. Some of it is projection, though. Some of it is projection because we've embraced a limiting belief about ourselves. We might be more apt to believe that other people feel that way about us, but it's really, I feel this way about me.
Yeah.
I don't like me. So I think people don't, oh, nobody at my job likes me, but I don't like me. And so projecting that onto other people. And then because I've projected that, that impacts my behavior towards them.
Yes. It impacts your attitude when you walk into the workplace.
Absolutely.
You know, how you treat other people when you walk into the workplace. It impacts how you share your knowledge. If you share your knowledge, you might be like, I'm not telling anybody anything, they don't care. And so you don't speak up because you don't think they care.
Exactly.
How do you get over your limiting beliefs when it's time for that say this person wants to get a better job or they want a better relationship? How do they get through those limiting beliefs?
Oh, one of the things I always tell my clients, especially before embarking on any journey with me, is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, that's it in a nutshell. But what that means is you're going to be doing things intentionally that take you out of your comfort zone. And that could be as simple as intentionally going into a conversation or initiating a conversation with your supervisor about other opportunities at work. What can I do? Are there opportunities available for advancement? Is there anything that I need to do to be on the advancement track? And that could be totally out of somebody's comfort zone. It could just be getting yourself back out there. You want that relationship, but you don't want to date. Make it make sense. So putting yourself out there. Like, that's a big one. I will say that because I have had clients who, I really want to find the person that's meant for me. Do you go on dates? Well, no, ma'am. Let's talk about it. So you have to be willing to get out of it.
And if they did show up at your front door, you got questions like, how'd you find out where I live? Who are you? Are you an axe murderer? Are you a serial killer? Are you like a sex offender?
Right.
I have questions.
I get it. I get it. But I mean, you have to get out there at some point. A lot of things that clients encounter, or just people in general, is rooted in fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not feeling like they're up to par or they have the abilities, fear of looking, being rejected or looking a certain way, not being perfect. That was a big one for me, and I still am working on it. So
you've come a long way.
Thank you.
You guys, in Business Launch Prep School, we work a lot on ourselves first. The first 4 modules is all about our connection with God, our connection with what we want, our connection with our values. And we work on wealth consciousness from day one. It's a conversation that continues to happen so that by the time we get to this point, by the time we start to talk about our services and, sell our programs, the idea of charging 4 to 5 figures per client feels normal.
Yeah. That was a big one for me.
Yes, Jay was like, "What? I'm not charging $2,000. That's too much.
Right.
Nobody's going to buy it." Now she's like, "Only?"
Okay, listen. The price is
only 2,000.
Right.
Like, okay. The day you realized it, I was like, "Oh wow, I did a good job."
Ma'am, excellent job. Yes, I needed that though, because I think a lot of people, whether they're pursuing coaching or not, have this thing about money and value and not believing that they can make it.
Yeah. You heard this in coaching school. We went to totally different coaching schools, and every time you meet somebody who's a new coach, somebody tells them to start off small, and then when they get comfortable, slowly build up. And I'm here to tell you that that is a major mistake. Major mistake. Because every single time you think about raising your prices a cent, a dollar, $100, you start to question your ability to actually live up to that. Oh, yeah. Do I deserve an extra $25? Do I deserve an extra $100? Oh my God, I could never charge $1,000.
Right.
And you're sitting up here, you got clients up the wazoo, you're overworking, you're so tired, and you're resentful because you're a giver and you want to give your clients so much, especially if you're a woman. Like you're sitting up here thinking about all the ways that you can razzle dazzle and overserve, and you're exhausted. And you got to do this for like 15 people this week.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. So I learned the hard way. We're not going to slowly rise our prices. We're going to go ahead and claim what God has out there for us. We're going to go ahead and claim 4 to 5 figure clients, because at that rate, the client is way more plugged in. Absolutely. Tell me you were plugged in because you paid 4 figures. And so you were paying attention. It's like, no, man, I read every lesson. I got a question. Right. There was no time for Jae and her classmates to sit around and be like, well, I don't want to do it. No, you made an investment. You still got to pay me. So I'm going to need you to pay attention. At that rate, people pay attention. And then on top of that, you have enough energy and resources to help them where they are so they can be where they want to be.
Absolutely.
You can't do that at $75 an hour.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't even pay yourself, because after you split the $75, now you got 30-something dollars. You know what I'm saying? $37.50. What you gonna do with $37.50? Nothing.
That don't even afford most of my meals. I'm sorry.
Right. I ate that for snack. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to serve your clients at a high level, you need to have funds, and you need not to feel desperate about the next paycheck, because you're a business owner. You eat what you kill. You don't want to have that desperate feeling when you're working with your clients. They don't want you to have that desperate feeling when they're working with you.
Right.
You got to charge 4 to 5 figures. And when I say 5 figures, I mean, like, if you're working one-on-one with somebody over a course of time, it needs to be 5 figures.
Absolutely.
I smacked them on the hand when they were like, oh, I'm just going to do one-on-one for X, Y. No, ma'am. I know in coaching, you're not supposed to tell your clients what to do. It's all about what they want. But I whipped out the ruler. No.
Like, what we're not going to do.
No. Because what happens is, okay, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna, just charge $5,000 for a year for a one-on-one client. But that one client is taking up the spot of 5 people.
Yeah.
Or if you do mathematically, it's taking up the spot of 3 people. It's reducing your impact. And when you have a group program, everybody's sharing energy. So when you get off the phone, you are less drained, and you might be, excuse me, you might even be energized.
Yeah.
And excited, like, whoo, man, I can't wait to see them. One-on-one is beautiful, but it's a lot of energy trade.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's something wonderful about group thinking. In a group setting, they get to go away into their little accountability group and talk smack. Listen, I cannot take it. Or you know what? I want to do something amazing. What do you think?
Okay. Get those different perspectives and bounce those ideas off of each other. I know that is a really big part of, the business launch prep school and the accountability group that I'm in, and us just even being able to practice our scripts and coaching each other. And so it's awesome.
Yeah, they have to role play because sales is a major thing that is holding coaches up from making the money that we want. We don't know how to sell. And so we're nervous. We are so giving, and then we're nervous and we can't get our selling is just an education of what you're offering. It's just an education. And so yes, they do role play and all that wonderful stuff. But I'm gonna get off of my my soapbox. We're gonna go back to you. Tell us more about
your no, girl, because you do a lot for us. So we will take a moment. Rolanda does a lot for us. Business Launch Prep School is amazing. I'm so glad I joined. If you're on the fence, do it. Do it now. Do it yesterday. You should have been done it. So Rolanda's awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Jae, tell us more about your program because she showed me her outline and it's amazing program. There, it's awesome. You meet with your group every week for 12 weeks. And what else do you do with them?
So every week, it's an intense program, first of all, but it's meant to also be fun. Yes, you'll be challenged because every week we are tackling something different. But towards the end, we put it all together. So in the beginning, we are definitely looking at assessing some things, what your values are, and just your one of the activities I'm really excited about, we're going to be doing a personal SWOT. And so I'm really excited about that for them to be able to look at
SWOT, the SWOT.
Yes. So, okay, we're going to talk about it. So the S is for the strengths, what they're good at, what they're gifted at, what people say, they are talented at, what their skills are, whether that's formal training or informal, they just know how to do it, what comes natural. And then we're also going to look at their weaknesses. That'll play part in a later module, but it's good to know what we are not necessarily the strongest at. Patience is one of mine. I'm not the most patient person, okay? But and then we take it a step further. The O is for opportunities. And so this is where we are identifying what opportunities they have available to them to improve or enhance themselves. And threats, which is basically the obstacles. What are the obstacles standing in your way? What are the obstacles you face? What do you keep running into? What walls? And so it's really good to get the full picture to be able to say, this threat or this obstacle is hindering me. And then to be able to compare that against our weaknesses. Maybe it's one of our weaknesses, the reason why we're not able to get over this obstacle. And what way can we move that into, an area of opportunity to sharpen that and make it a strength? And so it's all about getting those deeper insights and really figuring out what we know about us as a person, starting off, and then putting the pieces together. Towards the end, we put the pieces together. We map out a plan towards what their main goal is. We identify resources, create that action plan and those stretch goals, and they're off and running.
And you know what? The other day, he had a post about was it yesterday? It was about personal responsibility.
Yes.
And honestly, it sounds like the SWOT has everything to do with personal responsibility.
Yeah.
And you got to look at your weakness. You got to be responsible for the obstacles you're running into. You got to take responsibility for you to see those opportunities and to use your strengths to help you move forward. So if you're ready to take personal responsibility of your future and take personal responsibility of your transformation and of making a better life, then, Jae is the right person to go to. Tell me the name of your program again.
The program is Living Life with Purpose.
Okay, yes.
It's all about
Yes.
being intentional.
Guess what? She is open for discovery calls because she's going to launch December 6th. That's her first pilot cohort. You guys need to dive into that because if she's my student, okay, she's going to give you everything she got.
Yes, ma'am.
She's going to give you everything she got. Right now, what she's doing is she's working on supportive services, preferred vendors that she's going to refer to you guys for specific needs. So if you're looking to make more money at work, if you are looking for financial help, she's working on that type of list so that you have less time looking for the right thing, less time looking for help in whatever areas. So I'm excited for you. I'm
Thank
excited.
you. I'm excited too. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I'm excited. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, if you guys have any questions, hop on and ask her some questions. And if you happen to miss out, don't worry. Go ahead and ask her questions in the comments. She has
Absolutely.
links, and I'll also share it with her so that she can get back to you. But there are too many adults, period. But I can see this in the millennial community where there are things that in your 30s, when you hit 30, it's like a big age. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel like you should have like your PhD in rocket science, and you should have a mansion, and you should have a Bentley. You should be married with 2.5 kids, your
Right.
dog. You should be the CEO of somebody's company or the
Oh,
vice
yeah.
president of Hula or whatever. And it can be really difficult if you come from a high achieving environment, or you were a high achiever, period. And you
Yeah.
set really big goals, but you really never learned how to reach those goals.
Yeah.
Like, how do I reach that? What do I do? I wanted to be, the VP of marketing, and I'm still an admin assistant, and I have a marketing degree. I have a master's degree in marketing. I don't understand what happened along the way. How did all of this derail? Or, I thought I was going to be married, and I'm a single mom, and I want to have that relationship. I want to be married. I want to have, friends and stuff. What happened? Where did
Mhm.
I mess up? What am I going to do next? And for all of that, for anything that you want, whether it be a house, a car, like material things, achievement at work, relationships, healthy relationships, you have to check in with yourself first.
Yes.
You have to heal yourself first,
Mhm.
so that regardless of what happens, you're still good. In
Absolutely.
a career, like, people are getting fired left and right. So if you get this VP job and then they're like, hey, we gotta let you go because we're downsizing, we don't have enough money, then you gotta be okay.
Mhm.
You gotta still be okay. You gotta be able to still bounce back. So yeah, your course is definitely needed because it's just too much. I remember being that age and trying to figure out like what happened.
Same girl. Actually, mine happened before I turned 30. I was like 28 and had a complete midlife crisis breakdown.
I was like, well, missing something here. And I had a house. I was dating, and I was still like, it was me. I had my own internal issues that I needed help working on. But at the time, I was just like, something ain't right. Something's
Yeah.
missing. I'm not happy. So even if you have all the stuff, even if you have all the stuff,
Mhm.
you still need help trying to get aligned with the purpose that you were given so that you can happily move along your life doing something you want, being
Absolutely.
with people that you want to be with.
Yes. Have that peace and that fulfillment.
Yes. Share with us how everybody can get a hold of you. Share with us how, people are able to find your content and learn about you. Because we both know, nothing's original. It's the person that they want to be in line with. And so if they're looking right now and they're like, I really like her, she's cool, where can I find her? Where can I find you?
Well, hopefully you think I'm cool, because you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My name on both is at Coach Jae Rene. Instagram is my jam. So definitely I put a lot more original comments and content on Instagram. So follow me, engage with me, look at my stories. You can comment. You can slide in my DMs if you have a question. I don't mind answering. And then, yeah, you can absolutely let me know. I can get you my calendar. We can set up a discovery call and see how I can best help you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You have anything you want to leave our audience with before we go?
It has been a pleasure being here. Hopefully you got some value from what I said. I am super, super, super excited about my program launching. And so if you feel like you just need that extra nudge, some clarity, some direction, and you want to learn more about the program and how I can best help you, let me know. Slide in my DMs on Facebook or Instagram with any questions. And look out for more information. I will be doing some lives and going over some things with you guys. And then I've got a special offer coming out. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, it was a pleasure speaking with y'all. And I'm just so excited to be here. So that's it.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will talk next week.